Welcome to a 2v2 on Minsk Pocket. This game is Xeno and Verze versus B.Lastbar and Dirty Finisher. Fortifications and mechanized assault versus garden motor, counterattack shock rifle, rifle company. Everything locked in immediately except for B.Lastbar. So, interesting. Mechanized assault has already fielded some assault grenadiers, caused some conscripts at short range right there. And we have a Koopa Wagon opener over here from Xeno. Oh, let me see if my audio wants to work this game. Probably not, but give it a shot. Stern Pioneers jumping into close range on those riflemen. Nice attempt at barbed wire here. I mean, I like this. On the one hand, it's like kind of cool, but on the other hand, there's a Koopa Wagon on the field, so Koopa Wagon can just go run over that wire. And he's kind of exposing himself to a lot of harm being in this deep. Koopa Wagon rotates a little bit to fire on those rifles. Stern Pio's chasing them, brings them down to 2 men. 2 more rifle squads moving up from the south, though, and that Koopa Wagon has to be careful. If that Vet 1 squad gets in range, that's a dead Koopa Wagon. Kite, what are you doing?
Our riflemen will now be better trained.
That was terrible, Koopa Wagon micro. Okay, well now suddenly this barbed wire makes a lot more sense. Those Sturms might get wiped too. I think everything's gonna die. Oh my god, Koopa Wagon dead, Sturms wiped. This retreat path is compromised until that SWS crushes the wire, I guess. Okay, SWS is gonna go crush the wire. Folks Grenadiers are gonna retreat out of there and they'll be okay. Pretty horrible opening though for Xeno. This super aggressive push by Dirty Finisher is leaving him with no territory though. He sent all units straight up the right side, so he has to do some back capping here. Gonna leave the allies with a slightly lower resource income for the beginning of the game, but they do have a fuel and munitions point under their control and are about to cut off that munitions point on the right. Couldn't quite get the center fuel decapped though, unfortunately. Pilots have to retreat from that engagement. Conscripts moving into close range on the Folks Grenadiers right here. Need to reposition out of that grenade. And Molotov. Molotov gets cancelled. It's going to try and toss it again, but machine gun's about to set up, and I think it's going to get pushed away here. Here's the Molotov. Doesn't do anything really. Conscripts get out of there. 1 squad left of riflemen. Smokes the machine gun. Position a little bit left. No commander selection from B.Lastbar. I'll probably want to choose soon as he makes his way to 2 CPs. 2 CPs is pretty much the decision point for Soviets.
Heavy fortification now available. Pioneers standing by.
Xeno has chosen fortifications, like I said before, and he's using it to field 2 MG-34s and got a pretty big core of MGs and Folks Grenadiers, which on Minsk Pocket should serve him quite well, although against Rifle Company he'll have to be very careful to backpedal out of smoke and stay out of flamethrower range. Conscripts harassing up the left, and Folks Grenadier squad is moving to take control of the left VP. Center VP being taken by these Folks Grenadiers as well.
Target captured. Quick defensive position established.
This lousy patch of dirt is on.
White Star parachute flares are being issued to improve reconnaissance.
Conscripts looks like they're gonna get pushed away from the left side. MG's trying to reposition a little bit, push away the rest of B.Lastbar's forces and try and maybe get the control of this munitions point, or at least defend this strategic point. That machine gun moving to set up. This one could probably rotate to help.
Grenadier, ready for action.
There's a burst on that squad to suppress it. Repositioning out of a Molotov. Nice repositioning, by the way, of the machine gun right there. Good timing. This one's going to pull back as well. And the engagement is won. Pretty good, rotating his Volksgrenadiers back to base when they fell too low, keeping his machine guns moving, but also getting some suppression out of them. Just participating enough to suppress squads and then repositioning to safety when necessary out of the Molotovs. So pretty well played right there. Handled that engagement nicely, although he does need to keep some of his other squads moving. This one needs to get that reinforced and back on the field as well. And Panzer Grenadiers are on the field from Verze, trying to work the right side. His army's looking a little small compared to his teammate. Yeah, he doesn't have much of anything left right now. Just one squad of Panzer Grens and one squad of Assault Grenadiers. He skipped Tier 1. Skipped Tier 1, so he's floating right now. I don't know why he wouldn't spend his resources. Maybe he's just waiting for some kind of call-in or something. He's floating pretty hard though. He needs to spend that manpower. Maybe on a mechanized assault group? Not sure. Not sure what he's thinking right now. Bios have to retreat from a bit of an overextension, and the Allies have regrouped sort of mostly in the middle. There's an ambulance and a heavy mortar here, so this charge is definitely going to fail. Big overextension by the Axis. Squad wipe and a squad retreating is going to make it very difficult for Xeno to hold this front line. There's a Puma coming. Rifle flare, I think.
Steady up.
Something shot a flare. Providing the Allies' vision. Wow, and Xeno's gonna fully retreat? Not fully, he's gonna have one machine gun left on the front line and a Puma. Puma's not gonna be able to do much of anything except for snipe that ambulance right now. Which he could probably do if he makes a very careful flank. Baits an Ura, that's something I guess.
Standing by for setting of command post.
Panzer Grenadiers caught those rear echelons laying wire, and that squad gets wiped. Nice wipe. Although the wire does complete, so those Panzer Grenadiers cannot move through this area right now.
Grenadier are on the line.
I can't get my hand to stop shaking. Enemy assembly complete.
Panzer Grenadiers have to retreat.
What's the flank?
Two squads of Volksgrenadiers trying to grab hold of the center victory point. Two squads of riflemen moving to engage from behind this wire, try and start bleeding those assault grenadiers. Battle lines don't seem to be shifting much. One squad of conscripts will move to take the undefended left, dedicating the rest of his forces to fighting here in the center. I'm surprised at the lack of cover being constructed by these conscripts. Usually, with conscripts, you need to be spamming those sandbags all over the place, especially on a map like this, where there's no cover anywhere. Just yellow shrubs and trees and stuff everywhere. So conscript sandbags are a very powerful thing on this map. Riflemen are going to get flanked from the north and forced to retreat right here. Puma runs over some wire and a flamethrower moves in from the west. American player will not be able to hold that line. Although he does have a major on the field with a retreat point set up, so his retreats are not very expensive. That's pretty much fine. Pretty good retreat point placement. That's unlikely to get hit by anything too nasty. I'm wondering what the Axis are going to start teching to. Verze is very close to being able to afford a Stug E. He's still floating with so much manpower, 600 manpower, and with an army this small, I don't understand what he's doing with his resources. And Xeno has gone tier 3 for the Puma, and from there, still no tech. Tier 4 going up here on the fuel point now. Grenades being exchanged. Wiping an MG-34. Rifle squad will be fine. Now Volksgrenadier squad has to retreat. We're now on 5 Volksgrenadiers, 2 MG-34s. 2 of his original 3, having lost this one. So... still a strong core of team weapons and infantry. To try and work the right side and center while his teammate is floating 900 manpower.
The enemy is taking our territory.
12 minutes into the game. Volksgrenadiers make a push for the center once again. Most allied infantry congregating on the Major's retreat point right there. Molotov toss on this squad of Panzer Grenadiers. Conscripts will retreat. Panzer Grenadiers getting some of the territory back over here on the left side, while one squad of conscripts continues working up the left side and looking for cutoff opportunities. Not sure where he's going to go. If he gets too close to that tier 4, just get forced to retreat. He might be able to decap this point briefly, unopposed for a little while. American infantry here by this ambulance will easily win all engagements against the OKW. Without some sort of huge push to destroy the ambulance and major retreat point, this position is extremely unlikely to fall. 2 squads of riflemen making their way back up the right side to take that strategic point. Ambulance is going to try and snipe the, Puma's going to try and snipe the ambulance. There's one shot, he needs one more. He does take engine damage though, making this extremely risky. Circles back around the south. And the shot misses, and I think he might hit that mine. This was a terrible maneuver by Xeno. I don't know what he was thinking with this. He just dove into a giant blob of infantry, and there's the mine. Dead Puma. And he gets almost no return on that investment. Wow. Assault Grenadiers are going to retreat from the center, and a Panzer IV is in production. Despite having gone mechanized assault, he takes to tier 3 and gets a Panzer IV instead of spamming Stug E's, which is what I thought he went this commander for, but I guess I have no idea what Verze is doing.
Achtung! Prepare for action!
Axis have pretty good map control considering. One of their players has only spent about a third of his resources so far this game. Still hold the entire left. American player has a huge infantry army, but most of it has been idle for pretty much the entire game. He's also got a stolen MG-34 with which to work the right side. Panzer IV is moving up to push him away. Probably gonna eat up a few AT grenades right here. He does take engine damage. He's gonna have to pull back to safety a little bit. MG-34 gets cleared by this advancing blob of infantry though. Panzer IV needs to pull back for some repairs. There's Pios here on their way, and the stern Pios got wiped forever ago, have not since been replaced. 2 grenades thrown on that Puma. Wreck will destroy it, so no green cover left. MG recovery attempt right here. Looks like it's gonna succeed. Grenade into the green cover. 2 grenades into the green cover. That's a full retreat. MG-34 setting up here in the back. Was not able to do so in time. Just suppress that blob and turn the engagement. So 2 squads are forced to retreat, and then 2 more rifle squads move up here to try and win this. Panzer IV has to try and reposition back up to the front line to push away those riflemen from the machine gun, which is trying to backpedal into this building, I guess. Jackson makes its way into the engagement as well, though, and that Panzer IV still has a damaged engine. This could be a really bad engagement for the Axis. That Panzer IV is so dead. Has infantry giving it line of sight, and main gun destroyed. He could definitely just chase that to death, though. There's nothing protecting it. With its main gun destroyed, it can't defend itself against the Jackson. There it goes. Panzer IV killed. Nicely played by Dirty Finisher. In that engagement to overwhelm all defenses and take out that Panzer IV. Meanwhile, on the left side, Verze continues to work miracles where he gets control of the entire map, utilizing nothing but Panzer Grenadiers on Minsk Pocket, and still floating 700 manpower despite having lost his Panzer IV. Pretty impressive, actually. Pretty amazing. I don't think I could possibly take this much map control on Minsk Pocket without spending my resources. I need to learn Verze's secret. Two squads of Panzer Grenadiers making their way towards the center VP. Grenade into the grenade into their path wipes that Panzer Grenadier squad. Light artillery just got dropped over here, I guess, on a fighting position. Doing pretty okay damage to that fighting position, I guess. Ooh, almost got that rifle squad too. So, fighting position is destroyed by Light Arty. White Phosphorus is going to prevent the advance of these Volksgrenadiers over here on the right side.
Our opponents are seizing a sector. Grenadiers reinforced. Target secured. Contact.
Panther gets cancelled. He was going Panther, he changed his mind.
Squad back to full strength.
And M8A1 is in production from the American player over here on the right. There's the Panther. No, he cancelled it again. Now he's going Sturm Tiger. Okay. Queued up a Panther, cancelled it. Queued up Panther again, cancelled it. And is now going Sturm Tiger. Okay. New Panzer IV on the field. And Verze has finally got his manpower float down, reinforcing a ton of Panzer Grenadiers, fielding himself a new tank. His manpower float is finally where it should be. Good job, Verze. Oh, he also built a fuel cache. Okay. Nice. Pretty quiet. Panzer IV heading right, unsupported. There's engine damage on the Panzer IV. Panzer Grenadiers and Assault Grenadiers walking into short range against these conscripts, and there they go. Katusha on the field, somewhere. Where is it? There it is. Katusha on the field, firing at this stuff. Will force a full retreat from a Raketenwerfer and 2 machine guns. They take only extremely light damage, though. I don't think that Katusha got any kills there. So he will be pretty okay. I wonder how many times I've seen that bug. I don't know what that is, but it seems to happen every time I cast Minsk Pocket or play Minsk Pocket. Panzer Grenadiers charging those guards and conscripts. Win the engagement. Hit a mine. One squad has to retreat. He obtains a DP light machine gun on his Assault Grenadiers, which is probably one of the worst squads he could recover that on. But it's still good to deny that to his opponent. Huge flank coming through right here on the conscripts, and heavy mortar will force a full retreat. I don't know if he had lost that engagement yet, honestly. I guess he probably had. Vet 3 Panzer Grenadiers are pretty scary. Whoa, what was that? What was that? Did that get anything? Yes, it did. 8 kills on a heavy mortar. Or no, a field gun. Field gun, yeah, that's a field gun. Nice, kills a field gun with a Sturm Tiger. Good shot. Nice entrance for the Sturm Tiger right there. Takes out a team weapon. The Jackson moves up to try and push it away, but tank traps have been constructed right here by him. And he can't get through to chase.
Squad, get ready! Someone get us out of here!
Sturm Tiger pulls back for some repairs and to reload, and a fresh squad of Sturm Pyos is on its way to the field. To help with repairs and possibly also do some minesweeping. Katyusha forces a retreat from that blob in the middle. MG-34 set up in the back should be able to prevent him against too much of a counterattack. 3 machine guns set up back here, plus a Raketenwerfer. Should push this attempt away. That is guard motor coordination, by the way, chosen by B.Lastbar.
Grenadiers back to full strength.
Panzer IV receiving repairs over here. Sturm Tiger has reloaded and moves to re-engage here in the center. I didn't get a personalized letter. Got the same automated message as everyone else.
Here we go. Get ready to move. Making effective fire.
Sturm Tiger firing at a rifle squad, I think. No, retreats! That wasn't a very good shot, only gets 2 kills. Is that a pack howitzer? No, Scott. 2 Scott. Jackson into 2 Scots should be pretty effective on this map, especially against this sheer quantity of infantry. Supported by a Katyusha as well. They definitely have the tools they need to soften up this ridiculous amount of... Oh my god, Volksgrenadiers. This ridiculous amount of Volksgrenadiers and machine guns. I don't even feel sick. I don't know why I've been sneezing so much. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm catching something. I don't know.
Follow me. You have orders?
We are awaiting orders.
The enemy has us ranged.
Panzer IV heads west. AT grenade bounces, so it should be able to push that away. Some defenses being constructed at various other locations of the map. T-34 is heading left. Allied infantry blob heading right. The Allies don't seem to have any intention of pushing beyond their current holdings and onto the fuel point, which is probably a good idea, honestly. On this map, it's extremely difficult to do so. Big opening on the Panzer IV, although it does phase through that T-34 right there. You can reliably block tanks, by the way. You can prevent that phasing bug by spamming stop. Spam the stop order. It is a very reliable blocker, and I think can get through a tank that is being stop spammed. So kind of a fun tip if you're trying to block a tank and you want to be 100% sure it does not get phased through. Just spam stop. What was that? Scott just died. Scott just got sniped by that Pack 43. White phosphorus is getting dropped on it now, though. And a Katyusha barrage, that's definitely cleared. And a grenade, apparently. Okay, 2 grenades, sure. The Allies need to move up and destroy that with the Jackson while they have an opportunity. Katyusha barrage softened it up to about half. Jackson should be able to destroy it entirely if it just gets the shot off. Although I'm not sure that's actually his intention right now. I have a feeling he attacked grounded instead of attacking it directly. should be dead. T-34s could finish it off, though. And they should. Somebody should. Where's that Sturm Tiger? How it pulled back for reload. Are the Allies really not going to blow this thing up? It's too bad you have to manually attack move. I feel like a lot of players don't realize that they can do that. Honestly, you should just be able to right-click with a tank. Like, you should be able to select a tank and then right-click an abandoned thing, and it should just start shooting at it. I feel like a lot of players don't even realize that that's something they can do. Oh well.
Confirm. Orders complete. Prepare to execute.
Sturm Tiger is reloaded.
Full strength. Secure the vehicle. Location set. Flanking attack! Fire!
Enemy flanking us! Infantry assault! Parachutes! Get to Mars! Protect the flank! Granada!
Sturm Tiger shot towards the center, wipes the lieutenant. Pretty good shot right there. Everything else retreats to safety. Sturm Tiger's moving in on these guys. But it does get forced to retreat. Overzealous push by that Jackson, though. I'm not sure what that was meant to accomplish. You should really never try and aggressively crush towards the fog of war with a Jackson. That is a pretty good way for your Jackson to die and accomplish nothing. Heavy mortar and grenades will push away the Panzer Grenadiers right there, and the Allies will get control of the center victory point back and steal a machine gun, so that's pretty good. Pretty good engagement. Nobody has recovered this Pack 43, although it has been partially repaired. It's just sitting there. Panzer Grenadiers have to retreat again. Rear echelon troops going for a steal, may recover another machine gun. Volks Grenadiers will recover that Pack 43 right as the Katyusha barrage is coming in. One Scott gets destroyed right there. Pack 43 can't quite get a shot off on the second one. Pack 43 is destroyed entirely by that Katyusha barrage. T-34, 85, and Panzer IV heading left. That's damaged onto the Panzer IV's engine. Yeah, okay, apparently hoping for the music to work was far too much to ask. I don't know why that's been happening so frequently today. Maybe I need to restart my computer or something. I don't even know.
Enemy Panzer engaging!
Cruise shock on that T-34, and it looks like it's going to go down. Gets a lucky main gun destroyed crit. He might get it. No, it doesn't get away. Raketenwerfer snipes it from the fog of war, and the Sturm Tiger's moving up to take another shot here in the center. It's firing at something. That conscript squad, maybe? No, just generally into the distance. Does minor damage to some infantry, but nothing too serious. Smoke on the Tier 4 structure while he tries to destroy it with a Jackson and Scott. A giant blob of infantry is making its way through the middle to try and push him away. Grenades being tossed are pretty off target. Panzer Grenadier blob will force away those riflemen and also the Jackson, although they may get bled hard by that Scott on the advance. After sniping the Jackson with Panzer Shreks, they're going to pull back to their major retreat point. Not really very much of an attempt for the left side, by the way, by the Allies. Considering they've had two T-34s on the field for some time, you'd think they could push away one machine gun from the left side VP and try and set up a triple cap. The Axis only have 185 points remaining right now, so Setting up a triple cap can go a long way towards ending this game. They don't seem to be working on that at all. Instead, just slugging it out here for the center VP over and over again. Over here on the right side, a blob of infantry is going to get shut down by a fighting position. Maybe Sturmpyos are drawing fire in yellow cover while Panzerschrecks move up into close range, I think, to destroy it. Just walking behind it. You should be able to get that fighting position cleared up. 2 Scots move to counter. And he makes a full retreat before destroying that thing. Sturm Tiger engaging in the middle. Did that even hit anything? I don't think so. I don't see anything. I don't even know what that was shooting at, but okay. Panzer IV is pulling back for some repairs. Katyusha's moving up to maybe fire again. Sturm Tiger also needs to pull back to reload. Light engagement for the center, sees both sides retreating. Panzer IV going down the left side, hits a mine. T-34 moves to follow up on that. There's a Panzerschreck blob here to protect. Actually, only one of these squads has Panzerschrecks. Still, I think that Panzer IV will be fine. T-34 doesn't want to stick around long enough to maybe die. Sturm Tiger has reloaded and makes its way back towards the middle. Katyushas are firing at something. Infantry gets softened up by that Katyusha and has to retreat. Oh, wow! That was a huge hit by that Katyusha, and the Sturm Tiger gets 2 kills on a machine gun, but the machine gun gets away. Sturm Tiger pulls back at about half health, and a King Tiger is about to hit the field. Light artillery barrage. Couple squads to reposition. 2 Panzer IVs moving over here on the right side. Push away some light harassment. Look at this tank trap wall. Pretty impressive. Panzer IVs are going to take a second to try and blow up some of those tank traps, but the Jackson has arrived to push them away, so need to be careful. This one doesn't have a very good reverse path. And it's gonna park here in the center. More green cover being thrown up. Panzer IV just blowing up tank traps over here on the right side. Jackson is available to defend if it advances any further, though. Second Jackson 2. 2 Jacksons will win against a decent quantity of Panzer IVs, if microed correctly. Sturm Tiger has reloaded and makes its way towards the center to engage once again. Looking for an opportunity on that squad of conscripts. Can't find it. Gonna keep repositioning forward, maybe try and go for the machine gun. Machine gun's repositioning to safety away from that thing, and that's gonna be a wasted shot if he doesn't cancel. Man, so many wasted Sturm Tiger rockets. He shouldn't fire blind into the fog of war like that unless he knows for sure there's something there, or at least there's a good chance of it. I'm pretty sure he saw that machine gun packing up. Feels like a waste. Squad wiped by the T-34 over here. Blob of infantry trying to take control of the center VP once again. King Tiger moving up to support as well against these conscripts. White phosphorus being deployed onto the center VP is going to convince us to retreat away from it. And another Pack 43 is going up, which means something has to hunt down and kill that Katyusha. Or it's just going to keep bleeding the axis hard. A King Tiger cannot really hunt and kill a Katyusha. You need something more mobile like a Panther, Panzer IV, which are on the field. Or Puma. There are 4 Panzer IVs on the field right now. Kind of weird to see somebody go mechanized assault into 4 Panzer IVs, but okay. Pack 43 nails the T-34 right there. That's got to reposition to safety after taking 2 shots. King Tiger continues to push infantry out of the center VP, but it's going to have to pull back soon with that Jackson chipping away at it from a distance. Storm Tiger firing blind again, but he'll get the wipe this time. Wipes that conscript squad, pulls back to reload again. Panzer IV Blob is heading left, push away. Machine gun and combat engineers, and if he goes really deep, he could probably kill everything. Honestly, with 4 Panzer IVs, he could hunt and kill both of those Katyushas, that wounded T-34. This could be a huge play right here if he actually decides to commit to the Soviet base. T-34 is going to try and reposition to a more safe location. There's a huge, extremely vulnerable blob of infantry on the Soviet HQ. He's not going to dive into the HQ, instead turning left. He is going to find an opportunity against the Scots right here. This would be a huge moment for that King Tiger to advance from the front, but it pulled back for repairs. And this Panzer IV is not participating in this either, which kind of lessens the effect of this flank a lot. Still, takes out a Scot right there. The 2 Jacksons are available to support in this engagement from the east. 1 Panzer IV goes down. There's a lot of smoke right here and engine damage from anti-tank grenades, and I feel like this, what could have been a great flank, is ending in disaster. 2 Panzer IVs exchanged for very little to nothing. Maybe even 3 Panzer IVs exchanged. And that one's gonna get away barely. Jeez. Storm Tiger moving up towards the middle to push away that machine gun. Probably not necessary considering these flanking forces were right there and were almost certainly going to get the wipe themselves. Could have saved that Storm Tiger rocket for a different target, but either way, gets the kill, pulls back to reload.
Light artillery barrage at your command. We are losing a sector.
Bunker being built here in the center. Machine gun upgrading. King Tiger moving to re-engage. Has a pretty decent amount of health, but these 2 Jacksons are vet 1 and 2, making them pretty scary against that King Tiger. Especially on this map, they counter the KT quite hard. Panzer IV going down the right flank to clear up a fighting position. The Jacksons are available to push that away, though. It's kind of a dangerous maneuver to attempt, but he will catch that Katyusha way out of position. That's a dead Katyusha. Nice play with the Panzer IV there. Those Jacksons made no attempts to do anything about this, by the way. Just sitting there. Apparently they're not all that concerned by the fact that that Katyusha just got hunted and destroyed, and this fuel cache might be in danger as well. Still not moving.
Heavy machine gun team ready for orders.
Although the Allies still have VP advantage and the clock continues to tick against the Axis, only 96 points remaining with the King Tiger and a Storm Tiger on the field. They really need to try and... Oh wow, look at that, we're finally going to see a triple cap attempt. It's going to fail because it's just a lone squad of cons, but still good to see the attempt. He will not be able to oorah to safety and will be forced to retreat. Storm Tiger rocket is off target in the center, so it has to pull back for repairs and reloads again. And Panzer IV still has not been punished for this really deep overextension, and it's going to pull back to safety after destroying 2 fuel caches and a Katyusha deep behind enemy lines. King Tiger is moving up to engage through the middle. Retreat. Okay, there he goes. Assault Grenadiers get wiped. Panzer Grenadiers retreating. This squad walking into the meat grinder right after them for some reason.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Jeez, I wonder if that machine gun is taking long enough to reload. Okay, there it goes, finally. Panzer Grenadiers practically just walked up and killed it right there. Bundle grenades, probably not going to be enough. Those two squads are forced to retreat by Panzer IVs, which have to pull back and get some repairs on their engines. MG-42 and Volksgrenadiers in green cover will protect the center VP, and the clock is now briefly ticking against the Allies while they try and figure out how to get back control of the center VP. There's a field gun, 2 Jacksons, 2 Scots, both very powerful on Minsk Pocket as long as microed correctly. And I feel like what the Allies, really need right now is vision. They need some sort of vision tool so that they can blow up the bunker, blow up the Sturm Tiger at range with the Jacksons and Scots, and displace these infantry formations with the Scots. Since they don't have Pathfinders, I guess they can keep taking advantage of the rifle flare. I know Dirty Finisher has been using a lot of those. They're kind of expensive though, 40 munitions. It would be nice to have a permanent vision tool like a Stuart or utility car. Probably be kind of hard to vet up a Stuart though at this point.
We're getting plastered over here.
So I don't know. They need something. B.Lastbar could get a sniper. Or a scout car, an M3. Although an M3 might be extremely difficult to keep alive.
We have a new Su-85 deployed.
Wow. Another M8A1. Sniped by that Pack 43. Since so many Katyushas have died, the Allies don't have a reliable source of anti-Pack 43 except for that one Katyusha. Nothing else remains. Panzer IV pushes away some combat engineers from the left side, and the Allies are trying to grind up a little bit of meat here in the center VP. Maybe get that captured. He doesn't like that. He's going to get out of there. He's got to retreat through this entire zeroing artillery. Fortunately, the Axis don't have vision, so no further bombs will land in the strike zone, I don't think. Panzer IV overextends slightly here on the left side and gets buttoned. It's trying to pull back, but that T-34 takes it out so easily. Panzer IV goes down immediately. Heavy mortar landing on this bunker here in the center. King Tiger repositions back towards the middle. 3 Panzer IVs making their way down the left side to try and trade against that T-34. Okay, I'll fast lane that, Eric. Will do. I don't know, that's a weird spelling of the name Eric. It's pronounced Eric. My name's Eric, but it's not spelled anything like that. How many kills does this have? 38. It's doing pretty well. It's going to be Vet 2 very soon. If he were really savvy, he would advance that to the front line and try and kill something with the hull gun. Try and get Vet 2 that way rather than waiting for it to reload and fire again, but I don't know if that would really be worth it. King Tiger continues engaging here in the center, chewing up more riflemen. 2 munitions caches constructed now. Sturm Tiger reloading. These Panzer IVs. This guy really likes Panzer IV spam. Wow. He's just making nothing but Panzer IVs all game long. Should probably try to like use them though. Intelligently, this time preferably. Conscripts heading left with their Panzer Shrek.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Getting shredded by these Panzer IVs. There's so many of them. Everything will make a full retreat. Allies need to be careful against this. If he makes another deep push with King Tiger and Sturm Tiger support, hopefully this time. Did that get anything? Nope. This is not the right time to go in. His teammate just got pushed back. Alright, he's just hanging out right here on the strategic point for now. Katyusha's going to soften up those Panzer Grenadiers so he advances a little further forward, trying to negate the damage. Should be fine. Alright, now would probably be a pretty good time to go in. If he waits 30 more seconds for that Sturm Tiger to reload, that would probably be about perfect. Pack 43 is going to snipe that. That just got sniped. Pack 43 kills the M8A1 right there. Riflemen making their way up the center, getting cut down by the King Tiger, and Sturm Pios in the capture circle, trying to get the clock ticking against the Allies again. Here comes the big push by the Panzer IVs, going in so hard, but he doesn't seem to have made up his mind exactly what he wants to kill here. And now he's just going to fully disengage. And he actually loses one Panzer IV, almost loses two. Wow, look at the vet on these Jacksons.
75mm gun ready for action.
2 Panzer Grenadier squads and 2 Volksgrenadier squads advancing up the left/center. Full retreat though. Bundle grenades might wipe that heavy mortar. Oh, folks fired that down. What are they doing? No. Kind of messed that up a little bit. I have to retreat now. 2 Jacksons are just wrecking that King Tiger every time it shows itself, but it's still doing pretty okay, up to 43 kills, nothing wrong with that.
Here we go. Get ready to move. We have attained veterancy. Volksgrenadier ready for action.
Zeroing artillery dropped over here. There's not really anything for it to hit though, unless the Allies advance into it, which hopefully they won't.
Volksgrenadier are on the line.
Allies waiting patiently for the zeroing artillery to end. And it does, making their way back towards the center to try and get the victory points under control. 50-minute game. Allies need to focus a little more on the left side of VP, by the way. If they just keep grinding meat in the center, this may prove a very long and difficult game for both sides.
That user waiting for orders. Guard rifle infantry squads can now be called to fight for the motherland.
Structure complete.
Panzer IVs peeking the right. Need to blow up a few more tank traps to clear the way through. Jackson's sort of reacting to this by repositioning away, hoping that those Panzer IVs will hit a mine and moving to engage the King Tiger here in the center, which is falling quite low. This might be... no, not really. Pack 43 will continue to protect, which means those Jacksons cannot go in on it. Marked vehicle comes in on the King Tiger. Concentrated barrage from the Katyusha destroys the Pack 43. That could definitely be a big opening on that King Tiger. Jacksons and T-34s are going to take advantage of that. Pack 43 being destroyed. T-34 leading the charge. Keep going. Wow, I can't believe that King Tiger is going to re-engage with that level of HP. That is suicidal. Sturm Tiger can still fire, but it's got to reposition to safety a little bit. King Tiger so close to going down. One AT gun and one Panzerschreck will apparently be sufficient to keep that those two Jacksons back. I don't know. I think he could have gone in hard. What is that Pack Howitzer doing? Okay, Pack Howitzer gets caught way out of position. Panzer Grenadiers hit that mine. Going in on that Captain Squad now. Panzer IV is working the right side. Appear to be comfortable enough to go in on these two Jacksons. He needs to fully commit to this engagement. If he disengages here without trading well, it could be catastrophic. Here he goes. Catches that Jackson out of position, and this one repairing. Fully commit. Go! Oh no, what is that Katyusha doing right now? Oh no. Now he's going to disengage. I don't know if I think he should disengage. I think he should fully commit to this engagement. I feel like him disengaging is going to cost him more than if he had just fully committed to this. He's just going to get chipped away on his attempt to pull back to safety. Lost 2 Panzer IVs because of his decision to disengage, whereas if he fully committed, he probably could have hunted down and killed both Jacksons and the Katyusha. Oh well. Just my opinion.
Stand ready. Taking enemy fire.
King Tiger pulling back to safety. Wipes that squad though. Panzerschreck up for grabs in the center. VP Axis need to get the victory point under their control. Only 80 points remaining. Panzer Grenadiers should really be capturing the victory point rather than the strategic point, by the way. The Axis are kind of in need of resources, but they need to take the victory points. That Sherman is just being suicidal. Trying to go in for a crush maneuver on some very spread out Volksgrenadier squads. Katyusha bombarding way in the back. Sturm Pyro's available for some repairs on that King Tiger, which is quite low. Panzer Grenadiers working the right side. VP and the Axis may actually set a triple cap, probably for the first time this game that anybody's had a triple cap going. Scott explodes to another Sturm Tiger rocket there in the middle. 47 kills, that's pretty high for a Sturm Tiger. I'm pretty impressed. King Tiger up to 65 as well. Combat Engineer squad with the flamethrower recovers the Panzerschreck though. Fresh King Tiger being built. He is not going to stop making these. He just keeps making Pack 43s because he needs that safe haven for his Sturm Tiger and King Tiger. Cancels that on Katyusha fire. Panzer IVs move to re-engage on the right side, catching a Sherman pretty out of position, but they're not going to chase. They're just going to move to work the right side victory point some more, I guess.
Squad numbers back at full. Under fire.
Jackson gets a big hit on the Panzer IVs as they're trying to disengage. Sturm Tiger and King Tiger moving to re-engage here in the center. Sturm Tiger rocket way off target, doesn't hit anything. Volksgrenadiers pushing hard for the right side though, or down the center / right, I guess, towards that Sherman. Decide to disengage away from everything. Katyusha firing. Zeroing artillery just got dropped on this stuff here in the middle. This could be a pretty good zeroing artillery if they scout for it. Katyusha rockets are a little far back, way far back in fact. I don't even know what that's aimed at, but okay. Sherman's gonna go down to Panzerschreck fire. Zeroing artillery should be able to clear out the machine gun and AT gun if Volksgrenadiers move up to give vision. They're gonna focus on taking out this Jackson first. 2 Panzerschreck shots, or 3 shots. There's 3 Shreks in this. There's 2 Shreks in this squad apparently. And Jackson might go down if it doesn't. Oh, it's so stuck. The Major's retreat point. Oh no. Major retreat point, and the Jackson gets stuck. And the ambulance and Jackson will go down. Everything is dying. A triple cap set up against the Allies. Soviet player still has a pretty decent sized army. Dirty Finisher has almost nothing left. Gonna be leaning on his teammate to try and get those last 72 victory points down. Z3 T-34 heads right. Oh, that crush! Full squad of Volksgrenadiers down. 2 more Jacksons getting queued up by Dirty Finisher. King Tiger's at 69 kills, 47 on the Sturm Tiger, and it is available for another shot. It should maybe be able to force these guards to either dance around a lot or retreat. Just by being on the field, the Sturm Tiger has value, even when it's not firing, because you can force units that can't fire on the move to constantly reposition. Repositioning guards don't do very much damage. They have to hold still to fire their PTRS and their DP machine gun. Sturm Tiger's pretty useful in that regard, even if it doesn't fire. Triple cap continues against the Allies, who don't seem to know what to do right now. Captain heads straight right, and the Panzer IV blob is heading right to push him away, in addition to a T-34-85. Pack 43 reconstructed in the middle is immediately decrewed by a Katyusha barrage. The Panzer IV blob on the right side does prompt a retreat? No, wipe. Captain is wiped. They will continue their advance this direction, encountering this T-34 and a combat engineer squad with the Panzerschreck. Take a couple shots at that tank. They're going to circle back up through the north. Sturm Tiger just shot at the middle. I don't even know if there's anything there. Maybe. Su-85 Jacksons and field gun do a lot of damage to these Panzer IVs as they're repositioning to safety. Zeroing artillery just got dropped on everything, and the King Tiger is moving up to provide vision. Su-85 may be in a little bit of danger if it can't get out of the strike zone. Jacksons could be in danger too. They probably should not engage that KT in the strike zone. Fortunately, that'll be enough anti-tank to convince that King Tiger to reposition back to safety, so we won't be able to provide vision for this artillery strike. Zeroing artillery can be devastating, but it's really important to scout for it, otherwise it doesn't really do anything. Tiger's falling a little low to Su-85 fire. About blitz to safety. I feel like the Allies have had a lot of opportunities to aggressively trade for that King Tiger. Like, they would have to lose an Su-85 or a Jackson or something, but they would kill that King Tiger if they wanted to. They really would just commit to an engagement. A few more defenses have been sent to the left side. There's now a Panzerschreck squad and a bunker, in addition to the MG-34 that's been here pretty much all game. Panzerschreck squad has to retreat from an aggressive crush maneuver by the Sherman. What is he doing? What? Dirty finisher, please! Tell me you did not just do this! Oh my god, that is one of the worst misclicks I have ever seen. Okay, dirty finisher, wow. Sturm Tiger rocket to the center, looks like it was off target again. Oh no, maybe it got a guard squad. Jeez. Axis hold the entire right side. Allies trying to slow things down in the middle, but the Axis are actually about to pull even here, as the Allies are pretty much completely falling apart. And the Soviet player has now 1,000 fuel. Because he's pop-capped. Nothing, he's been engaging pretty effectively, but he needs to be much more aggressive. He needs to be way more aggressive. He has 1,000 manpower, 1,000 fuel, 100 pop-cap, and no territory. That's terrible. If that happens, you are not being even close to aggressive enough. Guards have to retreat from the center. Su-85 and field gun push away the King Tiger. Sturm piles will get pushed away by white phosphorus. AT gun moving up to support as well. Sturm piles get wiped by a heavy mortar. Sturm Tiger is moving up to fire, but it can't on the white phosphorus. It requires main gun repair. That's kind of interesting. Apparently the main gun counts as destroyed in white phosphorus smoke. Is Sturm Tiger really gonna go down? Gets away narrowly. King Tiger and Panzerschrecks moving up to engage in the center VP. The victory points are actually dead even now. Allies have retaken control of the right, but they're losing control of the center. These Volksgrenadiers can only stick around in that capture circle for so long under Katyusha and heavy mortar fire. They won't be able to get the point captured. Light artillery barrage clears the field gun over here, and a fresh Volksgrenadier squad jumps into the capture circle. B.Lastbar is finally taking some territory back over here on the right side, where he still really needs to crank up the aggression. He's got the resources for 4 more sets of T-34s. He needs to trade aggressively. He needs to just attack move his army into the enemy over and over and over again. Free up pop cap and spam T-34s onto the battlefield and kill everything. The way his opponent is. There's the turncoat Sherman. How out of place does that look? Here comes this Panzer column. Oh, and there's a Sherman in there too. American spy, or German spy. Panzer Grenadiers going in on these guards. Panzer Grenadiers will be forced to retreat. Bet 4 King Tiger moving up to continue defending the center, and the victory points are still dead even. 69 to 64. In a game that I honestly think the Allies should have won a long time ago. As soon as they could have set up a triple cap, they should have, and they didn't, and they kind of deserve to be in this hour-long slugfest as a result of that. Axis hanging on by the skin of their teeth for pretty much the last 40 minutes.
Work completed.
Katyusha trying to soften up the center. Grenade forces that retreat. Bet 4 King Tiger with 77 kills though. Jackson firing at the King Tiger right there.
A gun crew has been lost.
Infantry fire!
Stern Pyos chase away those riflemen. 2 squads of guards being ground up here in the center. In addition to 2 squads of Stern Pyos trying, just desperate for VPs right now. Sturm Tiger moves up to clear out the Maxim. That's dead. Field gun and 2 Jacksons deal heavy damage to that Sturm Tiger in return. It's trying to pull back for some repairs.
Quiet. Transmission incoming. Incoming tank! Counterfire!
Riflemen move to take control of the center VP. These Panzer IVs are moving to fire on riflemen in the capture circle. He should probably use the superior mobility of those tanks to flank around the left side instead of making a frontal assault like this. This is just suicide. Oh, he's taking so much damage. Pulls back to safety. King Tiger can engage frontally, that's kind of what it's supposed to do, but those medium tanks definitely should not. Light artillery barrage clears out the field gun. Sturm Tiger moves up to fire on riflemen, doesn't get a very good shot off. It's got to pull back for repairs as well. Infantry are moving for the center VP now. 4 squads heading right get caught around a corner. Even though 2 of them have Panzer Shreks, they have to make a full retreat because of how clumped they were. Xeno trying to fire on the center VP to push those Volksgrenadiers out of the capture circle again. And there they go. Two wounded squads step into the center VP, which is just filled with corpses.
Barrage ready to launch.
And finally there's a moment of quiet as the team takes control of this, and the clock will start ticking against the Axis. Once again, this is a hour and 10-minute game now, I think.
Standing by.
Let there be panic.
We may now deploy mechanized assault groups, Commander.
Thank you, Relic, for that atmospheric text. King Tiger moving to re-engage. How many Pack 43s has Xeno made this game?
We are suffering heavy losses. 50 points remain.
He's made 3? Wow, I feel like he's made a lot more than 3. Okay. Oh, okay, that's the 4th one. That seems a bit more accurate. He's made 4. That is a lot of Pack 43s. Sturm Pyos trying to chew up infantry here in the center. Vehicle crew, rifleman, and flamethrower engaging with MG-34 support. Light artillery barrage on a Jackson and a machine gun over here pushes that away. Su-85, what was that? Whoa, big engagement for the right side, and something died. T-34 is engaging against a Vet 2 Panzer IV. And infantry are trying to move for the right side VP, but it's going to get shut down by those guards. These 2 Panzer IV and Sherman engaging here in the middle are getting chewed up by Jacksons hard. That's gonna die. All of it is dead. Plane just crashed on the Su-85 and killed it. Skill planes. Zeroing artillery is landing on all of this stuff, but there's no Axis units in the area to provide vision. These Volksgrenadiers are trying to suicide themselves for as long as they can for that zeroing artillery to land. King Tiger moving up to provide vision as well. Main gun destroyed on a stolen Panzer IV. It goes down to the zeroing artillery. Everything's getting blasted to death. Everything is dead or pushed out of the strike zone, and the Axis will have an opportunity to recover the central VP. All attempts to take the right side VP have failed and are being sent back into the base. Clock is ticking against the Allies once again. Bunker going up. Pack 43 is up by a sliver. The Sturm Tiger is reloaded and ready to fire. King Tiger has 97 kills.
Upgrade complete.
Mechanized assault group for the right side. Bundle grenade clears the machine gun from the building. The Axis might set up a triple cap here. The Allies really need to shut that down, or their points are going to run out really quick. T-34 is jumping into the capture circle and needs to throw secure mode on that. No. If he threw secure mode on, he could have at least kept the point decapped while I tried to crush those Panzer Grenadiers to death. Now, well, their secure mode is going to try and get the point recaptured since those Panzer Grenadiers had to retreat. All Allied attempts for the center look like they're going to fail, though, in the face of Volksgrenadiers in green cover, plus all of these defenses. The Allies' desperate charge for the left side is going to fail. GG is being exchanged. 3, 1... Nothing the Allies can do, and that's the game. Well played, Axis.